Okay, oh, let's clap for it. 1, 2, 3. That was... Okay. Let's drink some wine. Hi, everybody. I'm Bryan Hinschberger.
And I'm Paul Hinschberger.
We're the Wine Brothers. We drink just too much wine in our lives, but at least we try to share it with you as much as possible. So I do national sales for Beaumont Imports, and we represent some amazing wines from Spain, from Italy, Portugal, Slovenia, and this estate has been with us since day one. Viñedos y Alfania. Looks like Alzania. You're gonna have to pardon my wonderful Spanish accent because it's impeccable most of the time. So Jose Manuel Echevarria is the winemaker here. A dear friend, a wonderful human, just a fantastic guy. You've met Jose Manuel. He's fantastic. He's so much fun. These wines come from his Echevarria, his wife, her last name is Olazabal, and so they're up in the Basque Country. So not a lot of people think of Navarra as the Basque Country, but technically it is. So it encompasses, goes into France, comes down, encompasses all of Navarra, the northern part of Rioja, up into Bilbao, Chocolate Country, and this is the Basque region. So within Navarra, you have 5 subzones. On the western side, I shouldn't say northwestern, but it's the northwestern of the 5, is called Tierra Estella. And Tierra Estella is where Jose Manuel is. It's beautiful because actually the Camino de Santiago, the famous trail that you take the pilgrimage from France all the way to the coast in Galicia out in Spain, goes literally through his backyard, through the vineyards. It's stunning. Wow. New wine for Jose Manuel. This is the Camino de Soto. It means the way of the Soto, and the Soto is essentially known as a small little part near a river. So there's a river that runs through, and so this actually is near a river. But in his area, it's also kind of a territory. We were laughing about it's the Camino del Soto is the way of the Soto. And this wine is 50-50 Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc. Stainless steel fermentation, no oak aging. Paul, what's going on? You've been enjoying this for a minute.
It's very tropical.
Oh my god, yeah.
I love
really aromatic.
Pineapple, lychee. On the finish, I get almost like a mango, or I'm not even sure what it is really, but it's really expressive and delicious.
I think pineapple is super prevalent. Yeah. And it's kind of it's that, when you carve a pineapple and you carve off, when you see little dimples of black that you're like, oh, I still have a little skin on there, and you carve that off, but then you're like, yeah, and you pop in your mouth. That's the pineapple.
Yeah.
Really kind of ripe.
I would have said I was going to say underripe pineapple.
Well, ripe but wooded. That's that hard, crunchy part. Anyways. Yeah. Pineapple is unanimous through and through.
That's good.
Yeah, it's super fresh, really, really vibrant. I think Jose Manuel makes really precise wines. So what's cool, he uses a lot of international varietals, but as well works with some native grapes too. So the next 2 wines are 100% Garnacha. I think Jose Manuel does some of the most exciting, incredible, vivacious, fragrant, aromatic Garnachas that you have not tasted yet. Coming from Navarra, oh my god! I stick my nose in this, and the amount of memories that pops up in my head, we'd go on all day. What do you got? Oh my god!
I don't even like raspberries and bramble. Oh wow, it's really cool. Really earthy but light and easy drinking. It's very wow.
It does. It has that bramble. It has spice. It has a little bit of herbaceousness to it. Fruit. It's really lifted. This is super cool. So Gardacho, kind of named after it's like a little local name for a lizard. There's also kind of this kind of urban legend folklore story that goes with the Gardacho, this dragon. But what is cool, this is fermented in cement. We were actually talking about Grenache fermentation. If you didn't know, Grenache and Garnacha, same varietal. The Spaniards definitely claim it came first there. French definitely will claim it came from France. But anyways, cement fermentation, and then big, like 5,000 liter old neutral barrel for aging. It is so fresh. All of you kind of Gamay, Beaujolais geeks out there, this to me is the Beaujolais of Spain right here. This wine, not Garnacha. This wine. It's dynamite.
And I'm a big Beaujolais fan, and I would agree with you. But it's actually more expressive than most Beaujolais that I've had. I mean, it's got a lot more, but it's Grenache instead of Gamay. So, you know, it's totally different wine. But I see what you're saying with that.
With that call.
Parallel.
Yeah. So Maria Saenz-Olazabal and Jose Manuel Echeverria, husband-wife team. They're both enologists. They both do everything. Husband-wife team that's doing just incredible work. I love their wines. They're exciting. They're fresh. They're vivacious. This is now the big brother. So we were just drinking, 65, 70-year-old vine Garnacha. This now gets into like 90-year-old Garnacha. From the estate, you're about 450 meters up through 680 meters or so, depending on where you're at. El Retorno, as you may imagine from the name, El Retorno is to return to the old way of doing things. Jose Manuel is the only guy who still has vineyards like this in Navarra. And I mean, really, it's primarily this one and kind of a half a vineyard. It's the most beautiful type of vineyard I've ever walked through. It's where there's old bush vine grapes interspersed among old olive trees. There's no rose, there's no rhyme or reason. It's just a field of olives, of grapes. It's so natural and gorgeous. You walk around like, oh my God, it's just, I love it. I love it. So that fruit comes in new oak fermentation. In new oak for 8 months, then into old big barrel for 3 months. I call this my favorite hedonistic, pleasurable wine, period. Because that new oak, I have a big theory that new oak and old grapes can really marry well together. I think they're needed. You can't have young fruit and new oak, otherwise it's like of new oak. The balance, I mean, I haven't even tasted it yet, but I know this wine.
We won't get into that right now. But
let's talk about that later. Over dinner. A good dinner conversation. What do you get on the wine?
Well, you definitely get that oak, and it makes it a more serious wine than the Garnacha. It's like, it's way more savory and has more of the charness and vanilla-y, chocolatey tones kind of thing.
With like that brambleberry. There's a lot of like that boysenberry, blackberry, really purple, juicy blueberry fruits. But savory, I think, is the word for this.
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
I think this wine is
great acidity and
it's
totally different from the Garnacha. I mean, it's
totally
very, very, very different. It's cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, and it's made in this way from these vineyards that only Jose Manuel has kept up because everybody else has done away with this. They want more production. You throw things in rows, and you have a lot more vines to grow. That wine lingers forever too. Finca La Moneda. Now this is kind of fun. So you're basically in this really historic zone in Navarra. In fact, some of the oldest, most incredible winery findings in all of Spain have been there. I mean, we're talking, a winery that was built in, I don't know, I can't remember the year, but like 900. It's like, 1,200 years old. Old relics that they've kind of toothbrushed out, and it's this beautiful, it's under this giant, huge pavilion-like tent, and you can see all the amphora that used to be broken, and they put them all back together and glued them pieces like a puzzle. It's insane. Jose Manuel had a lot to do with that renovation and that kind of that bringing back all this amazing heritage. And what's really neat is in one of their vineyards they found this coin, and the coin is the symbol that we see from the Alfania logo, and it's the black eagle. And what he sent it off to the people, the people that tell you things like that. And he said, "What is this?" And it turns out it was the symbol of one of the ancient kings of Navarra. Before there was Spain, before there was France, there were kingdoms. And the kingdom of Navarra encompassed all up into France and Bordeaux area, what we know of now, kind of that entire area of northern Spain. So this is an ancient symbol of a king of Navarra. And he asked if he could use that for his emblem, and he was able to, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. So he found that in one of his vineyards, this old coin, thus the name Finca La Moneda, the vineyard of the coin, the money. This is 60% Merlot, 25% Syrah, and 15%, does that all work out with my math right? 15% Syrah, or Garnacha. So Merlot, Syrah, Garnacha. This is done in French, Hungarian, and American barrels for about 12 months. Fermented in stainless steel, however. What do you think?
It's cool. I definitely get the aged Merlot on it. Like, it kind of has a Bordeaux-esque character to it, in that like leathery, earthy characteristic, which is really, really tasty and delicious. It's very savory and
it is super Bordeaux-esque.
Yeah.
Almost as though I knew that as I was talking about, that the Kingdom of Navarra encompassed where Bordeaux is today, all those international grapes, because it's quite Bordeaux-y.
It is, yeah.
It's a really...
within reason, it has Syrah and Grenache in it, and it's from Spain.
But that Merlot presence is really pretty. Yeah, it's really cool. It's dark. It's dark and it's tannic and gripping, but it's not a big, bodacious wine. It has a lot of restraint, a lot of elegance. God, this is good. This might be fantastic with dinner tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I think it will be.
Oh.
So, obviously he plays with some international grapes. You got it right? Sorry. I told Paul I'd help him get those bottles, but I don't. He plays with some international grapes. Merlot, obviously. We mentioned Syrah. Jose Manuel was the first guy to bring Syrah from the Rhone up in France down into Spain, and kind of even set a benchmark. Among his peers, Jose Manuel is known as one of the top winemakers of what he's doing. He's so precise. When you're in his winery, it's gorgeous. It's this beautiful facility, but you can eat off the floor during harvest. He is so clean, precise. You'd love working. Jose Manuel is. I don't know if you know about my brother, but he's a famous winemaker as well, and really makes exquisite wines. And I think his cellar is spectacular. This is 100% Syrah. It's called the 21 del 10. 21 del 10 is the 21st of October. Their daughter Maria, it was when she was born, 2003. So 03 was the first time that they made this wine, and it's just this extremely cool. This is fermented in small French barrels. Spends 14 months all in new French oak. So again, he's not afraid of that oak, but I think his integration is beautiful.
It is. Yeah.
What do you think of this?
I mean, it is a hedonistic, like, big Syrah.
Powerhouse.
But it's like, it's delicious. I have to say, it's fantastic.
When I taste Syrah, I really always hope to find that quality of, that almost reductive note where you get that game quality, that bloody quality, that iron, kind of drive behind things. And this has that. It's distinctly Spanish still. Like, to me, I taste Spain. When I think of Spain, you think of kind of these open fields full of tobacco leaf and leather-bound book, that quality. And when I taste Spanish wine and I think, this tastes Spanish, I get that in this wine, but at the same time, I get that Syrah tone behind it all, kind of underlined with varietal characteristic that I think is awesome. I think it's fun, and I think that it's really cool that he pretty much brought this grape down and set almost, a benchmark of how Syrah can be enjoyed in Spain.
Pioneer.
True pioneer, that Jose Manuel Echeverria.
Cheers to him.
Cheers to him. And enjoy these wines. Alzania is... Leave him hanging over here. Alzania is this fantastic example of Navarra. Northern Spain, up in the Basque Country, just to the east of Rioja. Check these out. That's cool. The Pyrenees Mountains are right there. It's a gorgeous zone, and the wines are extraordinary. So, cheers.